Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is mostlydarius. This is The Discussion, and we're going to be discussing Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 3, Saddle Up Cowgirls. Before I get into the recap, I want you guys to hit the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Like this video and share it with other people that you know like to watch Bravo TV and reality show recaps. Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at mostlydarius and at The Discussion. I'll put some more links in the bio too if I have like TikTok and all that other stuff. I'm trying to get into this little content creation thing. I'm used to just doing a little YouTube video and then going on, but I'm not gonna keep y'all here for long. Y'all know I like to get right into the recap, so let's get started. So we start the scene with Quad's house. Her man calls her while she's making breakfast and asks her to come outside. He surprised her with a brand new Rolls Royce, and I'm just like, I know that's what Quad likes. Like Quad love that money, honey. She is, no shade. Like Quad, she ain't. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't no fucking like Quad. I'm telling y'all, she in La La Land with this now, okay? And the reason I'm gonna say I'm not gonna call her gold digger is because if she really was, she could have just stayed with Greg. But I mean, there's always a lot more gold to go and find elsewhere. Like Greg ain't the end all be all. Let's be clear on that. So she said that he owns a luxury car rental company. That's very nice to know. Never knew that. Not married to medicine, but soon to be maybe married to luxury car rental. Okay, nice to know. Nice to know. They went inside and he surprised her again with some Louis Vuitton luggage. Okay, like he is just big balling, like he's spending the bands on Quad. Like Quad is having, okay? Like I said in my last recap, I'm happy for Quad. I hope this lasts because some men know how to play the long game. Now, he had money before he got on the show or whatever, but he could be looking for some status, and I'm just saying, but she said she's been with him for a year, so, she did her own, I guess, background check, not on Lisa Nicole, but she definitely did her little ones and twos to make sure that this is the person that she wanted to bring on camera. So I would hope that he continues to, do right by her. It seems like they're in a happy relationship. He asked how the party was, and she said that she enjoyed herself. The producer asked Quad, does she think that she'd have a baby with King? And she said that she doesn't think there's a better person to have a baby with, and she's going to try it with IVF, and she wants twins. She said that her last marriage wasn't the right situation to bring a child in, which I agree. I just kind of feel bad for her and Greg because if you think about it, guys, her and Greg are both getting older. Like, Greg is not just getting older, like, Quad is getting older too, and I feel like they have wasted so much time with each other in that marriage that it's like they both have different partners, and they still going through the same thing. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? I really do want to see Quad become a mother, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's something I know that I don't know. I feel like Greg wanted to be a father a lot. I never really knew Quad. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. I don't know how much Quad wanted to be a mom as bad as he wanted to be a father. But I would love to see that play out on the show. So next we get to Dr. Eugene's office. Toya and their son Avery comes. I love the sex education that they give him. Like, although it may come off cringe to other people, I think it's very necessary that people's parents teach them about these things because especially they live in Atlanta. So, I mean, not to say just Atlanta is, because let me not put that stereotype because everybody likes to say, oh, Atlanta is like, the highest place for everybody getting like HIV and but like, no, I mean, like for real, like it's a good thing to teach your kids about that type of stuff in any populated area, just being real with y'all. So I don't think that that's a bad thing. I think it's very necessary. I really appreciate that we get to see those scenes with them and their children. I love watching Toya come to grips with the fact that her son is growing up. And Eugene was saying that he never seen a boy be so comfortable talking about like wet dreams with his mom. And I just think that is a testament to how comfortable their children are with them. You know what I'm saying? Like they must be really good parents if their kids feel comfortable talking to them about like things like that. Because sometimes, kids, they want to talk about that stuff to their friends. They want, especially not to their mom. They don't want to talk about it. So good job, Toya and Eugene. You guys seem to be doing the thing when it comes to your parenting. Toya told Eugene that she thinks that they should add Botox to their menu with services at the office, and she said she's confident in her marketing skills for the office, which I think Toya could like freak that out real quick. Like I think she could really make that happen if she wanted to. Eugene says that he appreciated her efforts, but he just wants to start small with what they have already and then grow. She says she wants to do things that make them happy but also make them money. Personally, I say go for it, you know what I'm saying? But only if it's not going to add stress to the relationship, because we know Toya and Eugene way too well at this point on this TV show. When it comes to money, that's one of the things that they frequently argue about. Like, even when it comes down to, like, when they were building all of those houses and things like that, like, if for some reason it always comes down to money. You know what I'm saying? Even last season when I was doing recaps, I felt like Toya was saying, like, he doesn't take her on dates and do romantic things anymore. I feel like she probably wouldn't even been satisfied had there been a lot of money being spent. That's just how I feel about it. That's just how I feel. I'm not saying that my word is law. I'm just saying that's my perspective from the show. And from what I see on the show, they continuously argue about money. I think that's the main thing that they go back and forth about, if anything. So after that, we get to Cecil and Dr. Simone's kids' apartment. Honey. Now, listen, they stood them up on cleaning day. They were supposed to be there. The kids were supposed to be there cleaning with them. And at this point, it's just no excuse for the mess. Like, Simone is definitely the stricter parent. And Cecil said he wanted to go there to supervise them while they were cleaning, but he wasn't going to clean for them. But I'm like, damn, that's kind of embarrassing at this point, because I just feel like, okay, I can understand. Like, last season, I got where, was it Miles? Michael, one of them. I got where the son was coming from about him not knowing where he wants to be in his career and life and school not being for him and X, Y, and Z, da, da, da. I was like, okay, I understand that. But your parents have gotten you an apartment and you can't even keep it clean. That's crazy. Now, I don't know if there's some signs of depression going on that we just don't know about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. We don't know why the apartment is dirty like that, because, you know, we just don't know. But for me, it's like, damn. Like, it's like, okay, I could kind of see where Simone is coming, because at first I was a little bit on Cecil's side with it, but now I see where Simone is coming from. And I really do wish they didn't stand them up to clean, because if Cecil would have been in to supervise them to clean up, that would have been a little okay too. But it's like, why y'all need supervision to clean? Y'all are grown. Y'all not grown, but y'all are young adults. Y'all are starting to become grown. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are growing. So I don't see no excuse for that apartment being the way it was, but they started cleaning up the apartment for them. They're gonna charge them money too, which I think that's not, you know, that ain't too bad. That's fair. It's fair. I'm sorry, it's fair. So Cecil started asking Simone if she's getting along with the ladies, and she started talking about quad party. And she said it felt like how when people do a gender reveal, except she did with her man. And I'm sorry, I really do think Quad be throwing those parties to shit on them, y'all. I told y'all in my last recap, I think that Quad just wants to shit on the girls. Like, and I mean, I guess I kind of see why she does, but also I don't understand why, because it's like, you want to shit on people that you claim you want to be friends with. It just doesn't seem genuine to me. So I could have told them that Quad was going to have a big reveal of some sort at the party. Would it have been her boyfriend? I don't know if I would have been able to tell you if that would have been the case, but I do know, I just know how Quad is at this point on this show. Like, she doesn't do anything to not, even when she, because you listen, Toya said that she had been to Quad's house at least one time in the 10 years they've known each other, right? When y'all look back and think about when they've been to Quiet House, it was that time where Quiet had moved out of Dr. Greg's house and she got her like a townhouse or something like that. It was really nice, right? But the point of her inviting them there was to shit on them and let them know like, oh, y'all think that I couldn't do it, but I could really do it. And I just felt like she was trying to make a point when she did that. I don't think that she really wanted to invite them to like have them come over and be friends, because if that's the case, why hadn't you invite them again after that? I believe Toya and Simone when they say these things about Quad. Like, she is not their friend, bro. She don't really want to be their friend. So I believe that. Simone was saying that this was just another example of the same old Quad being Quad, and I agree. I mean, it's a pattern at this point, y'all. I don't know what y'all want me to do if y'all don't see it. She said she felt some type of way that Quad didn't share with her, but Cecil was like, you know, I can see why she didn't want to tell y'all, because y'all are pretty hard on people when they got relationships in a group and da-da-da-da, and they start flashing back to like Contessa and Scott. And for me, don't flash back to Contessa and Scott, because I love Contessa and all, but girl, you left that show because Heavenly was clocking tea. Was she clocking tea in a way that you would want your friend to clock tea on YouTube? No, but she was clocking tea. She was clocking the same tea that the viewers were clocking. And Dr. Scott was doing you a little dirty, baby girl. It seemed like he was doing you a little. I mean, I can't unsee what I saw. So, not to go on a tangent or anything like that, but at the end of the scene, they wrote down a list of what they'll be charging the boys for cleaning their apartment. And I'm like, yeah, charge them, because ain't no way in the world I'm buying you the apartment, cleaning the apartment, like furnishing the apartment. Like, bruh, like, okay, no. We get to Contessa's house with Letitia and Phaedra, and she invited Phaedra in to start chatting in the kitchen. Contessa brought up the situation that happened with T and Heavenly at Whitnick, since Phaedra wasn't like aware of everything that was going on with the group, and she brought up how she's still not over what happened to her and Heavenly, because she talked about her husband and called her names and stuff like that. And this is exactly why I said I don't even know why she continued to let Heavenly keep hugging her when she was not even cool with her. Do not hug me. Do not hug. I don't care if we're on the show together. Don't hug me. I don't like you. So I don't know why she continuously let Heavenly hug her, but that's sending a message to Heavenly that everything is okay. But I also want to say, like, Heavenly is such a hypocrite, because she would never let nobody talk about Dr. Damon the way she was talking about Scott. So I just want to say, you know, I hope Contessa reads her rights this season and gives her a taste of her own medicine, pun intended. Letitia then arrived, and Contessa started catching her up about like the conversation regarding Heavenly. And T was basically saying that she doesn't need any extra stress because she's trying to have a child. And she said Heavenly is emotionally abusive, and that it's hard to try and produce a baby being around a group of women who do that to her. But I just think, girl, if that's really how you feel, you need to leave the show. Like Candace Diller Bassett on Potomac, she left. She was not about to keep doing that with them girls if she was trying to have a baby. I'm like, if it's really that stressful and serious to you, then you need to leave the show, because I'm gonna be honest with you, Heavenly is the type of person, she's not gonna let up on you, babe. So might want to head out. Contessa told T that she missed a lot at Quad's party, and I mean, I guess I could see why she told T since she was there during the invitation, but I just don't see the point of telling T that Quad got a new boyfriend. Like that that doesn't make any sense to me. But you know, everybody's on the show together, so I guess it's just gonna come out, right? T was like, you know, I'm so glad Quad got a man, and I hope that he got some money because that seemed to be all she cared about. I was like, oh my god, Quad is going to at the reunion. It's over for T for saying that one right there. You should never said that. You should never said that, T. You should never said that. Even though a lot of people thinking it. A lot of people think it. You should never said that. You leave that to the people on YouTube, okay? So the lady started speaking of all of the different elephants in the room with everybody in the group, and Phaedra was like, she doesn't want a repeat of Napa where people are feeling uncomfortable, so they then planned the trip to go glamping, and we get to the next scene with Dr. Heavenly. So she's helping her son Zach on his dentist journey as he is interning at her office. And it's kind of funny because I was only thinking about, like, imagine you being the patient and Dr. Heavenly she got her son in there and they like going back and forth. But you know what? I was like, I love to see their relationship though. She kept telling him, stop calling me mommy, but she kept calling him baby. It was kind of funny, I ain't gonna lie. And he got very frustrated with her, kept coming in and messing his vibe up. She said that he's the one child that's different from the other two children, and he talks back to her the most. That was kind of funny. And she was saying, nobody talks back to me at all, because it's my office. But I thought that it was really cool for us to be able to see that dynamic. You know, we don't really see too often, especially Black people, a mother being a dentist and her son interning at her office. Like that's tough. That's fire. I like that. The invitations to glamping in Florida get sent to all the ladies, and all of the ladies seem to be so surprised that Phaedra, Contessa, and Letitia were the ones planning the trip. And I'm surprised Jackie says she's not a real outdoorsy type of girl, but I guess that's different from being athletic, because you know Jackie is all about fit is the new it. But I guess it does make a difference when you're outside versus, you know, in the gym. Whatever. I just expected Jackie to be, you know, cool with the outdoor stuff, but she says she's not really that type of girl. So Heavenly's invitation arrived, and Allura was handing it to her like, oh, you got something for your friends? She's like, oh, those girls are not my friends. I'm like, say it again, Heavenly. Let us know they're not your friends like we already knew. Anyways, Toya said that she's scared of the trip because she'll be putting out fires for different relationships. And then Cecil asked Simone if she thought that the girls' trip was a good opportunity for resolution. And Simone was saying she doesn't know how to approach Quad, and she takes accountability for her needing to apologize for New York, but she brings up how Quad wants to have an apology for Napa, and she was like, she's not giving her an apology for Napa. And she was just saying that Quad doesn't want somebody that's going to hold her accountable for her actions, or be honest about her actions, rather. And she was saying she felt like she was in a no-win situation with Quad, and any little comment on social media makes her fall apart. And I agree. I really do think that Quad, like I said, Heavenly is hanging out with Quad because she apologized to Quad. Had Heavenly not apologized to Quad, bro, Quad probably wouldn't even be on this show. She probably wouldn't even be here. But Quad went and was apologizing at the reunion. That's why she's still here. Y'all don't understand that. But y'all don't understand if Quad didn't apologize, she would not be on the show. But we're going to move on. Because the thing for me with Quad is her apologies are so backwards. It's like you apologize, but then you still holding on to things and you want apologies for certain things. And it's like you're not really sorry. Whatever. We get to Phaedra's house, and Apollo's picking up the children, and I didn't even realize that her and Apollo been on and off since like 1995. Or well, not on and off, that's what she said, but they're not together or anything like that. But 1995, that's a very long time. Like, we're seeing two people with real history, okay? She said he's still not allowed in her house, and it's because she doesn't want his energy in her house, and they're trying to co-parent, and he's crazy. And then she brought up how Toya said she ran into him after the whole thing happened with his wife. Now, I don't know if y'all know about the whole thing that happened with Apollo and his wife, and the whole, you know, I'll put it like a little picture on the screen or whatever, but that happened. And I just feel like Toya is so weird for asking him about that and then suggesting that he get back with Phaedra. And then you wonder why Phaedra doesn't want to open up to you. Like, you all up in her grill. You all up in her grill. I don't like it. I thought it was, I just thought it was weird. I just thought it was weird. Like, if you want to get to know somebody, the way you get to know them is not going and doing that. I didn't like that at all, but whatever. They cut to Toya's interview, and she was saying that she wasn't being messy, but Phaedra is guarded, and she's been trying to get secrets out of Phaedra for a long time. What are you trying to get secrets out of somebody for? Like, let them come out on their own. Like, you're not going to have somebody open up to you, and opening up doesn't even mean it's about secrets, because it could be about me opening up to you about something I don't talk about often, but it's not a secret. But you're trying to literally go and dig Phaedra's, like, you're trying to dig in her grave or something. Like, what are you doing? It's weird. It's weird. Toya is being very weird in regards to Phaedra. Like, even last season, when she was trying to ask Phaedra about the kids and stuff, she, like, it's just the way Toya goes about it. It's like, who are you again? Okay, we get to Dr. Greg and Letitia's house. Sweet Tea is FaceTiming her sister. Her sister's pregnant, and I didn't realize her sister was pregnant, which I could see how that would put a lot more, not stress, but pressure for them to want to have a kid. And she was saying that she's been going to a pelvic pain clinic because she's still having pain after her surgery. And they started to speak about wanting to have a child, of course. And for me, it seems like T is under a lot of pressure when it comes to her body. Like, just looking at the way she moves, and I don't know, I could just tell that whatever's going on with her isn't right. And I think that she really is a little stressed out, which is why I think that, like I said, she might need to lead a show just to get that out the way. Greg was saying that he thinks that he can continue to have children for about 2 more years, but that's about it. And that got really emotional for Letitia and for him. It's kind of sad. He did start talking about like other options, like for adoption and things that they can do. But for me, I just feel like if T was with him for access to the money, she wouldn't have had a baby out her body. She didn't want to adopt. I'm pretty sure. I'm not gonna say what she doesn't want to do, but for the way I'm looking at it is, if I'm T, I'm trying to have your baby. I'm trying to have your blood. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I know Dr. Greg really wants to be a father, though. Everybody's preparing for the trip towards the end of the episode. Heavenly FaceTime Simone talking about how Phaedra was checking in on her and Contessa's relationship. And she said that the problem with the group is that everybody wants somebody to apologize. And Simone was saying that she thinks Contessa wants Heavenly and T to get along, but Heavenly doesn't seem to think so. And Heavenly kind of got a point. I think Heavenly knows that Contessa not really messing with her like that, but she's just like trying to ease her way in and see like how close she can get. But after that, they all arrive in Orlando, and we get a preview of what's to come in the next episodes. And the ladies about to clock in. It's about to be girls trip time. Y'all already know how it goes. So, this episode was kind of short. I was debating on if I wanted to recap it or not, but I was like, let me just get it out the way. If you enjoyed the episode, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Comment below. Make sure to subscribe. Share this video with other people that like to watch Married to Medicine. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter at mostlydarius and at The Discussion. And I'll see you guys in the next recap. Thank you for watching.